Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the south side as the magenta Ottomans with liquid DeMu. On the north side as the yellow English, we have Numudan. Holy Roman Empire? Yeah, people do. I don't know why, it feels like there's always waves of what each player actually plays as. Like, sometimes I see, one week I see a lot of Ottoman, another week I see a lot of Abbasid, another week I see a lot of Holy Roman Empire, sometimes another week I see Mongols, so I'm not sure what actually determines that. Maybe the daily challenges, who knows. Let's see now, economic benefits for the Ottomans, they get their economic benefits directly refined into units through the military schools, as well as access to the Anatolian hills, which will increase their mining generation by 50% and add age sheeple. The English, however, are really good at farming. They get some of the most powerful farming benefits in the entire game. Their farms are half cost. Their mills improve their farming collection rate, so even in feudal age, a single farm is better than a single a deer collection. So you do have to pay a bit of wood, but the discount on the farm, 50% discount on farms, makes it very, very affordable, and makes it so the English tend not to venture on the field. And usually just go for initial one deposit deer, but not the other. Speaking of which, this is, I think, one of the custom maps as well, because there's only one deposit deer, and there's a bunch of tiny deposits over here. Let's see now, when it comes to feudal age unique units, the Ottomans do have the Sipahi. The Sipahi is a heavier horseman, more expensive, hits harder, and has more health. The English, of course, have two unique units in the feudal age. Of course, they've got the longbowmen and the feudal age man-at-arms, the early man-at-arms, as well as even the dark age man-at-arms, the vanguard man-at-arms, and do not get access to the spearmen in dark age. Just like I got a good number of longbowmen people on the field, Ottomans tend to go for, it seems like they go for a mix of Sipahi and archers supported by a meter in either of those groups, in which going for men-at-arms longbow will be a powerful combination to that. Men-at-arms generally win versus horsemen 1v1, though they're against Sipahi, which are a bit more even, though Sipahi are much more expensive than men-at-arms. For a 160 as opposed to just 120. So I think a mix of longbowmen, men-at-arms would be a good composition with English. A couple spearmen to mix on in wouldn't hurt as well, just prevent the Sipahi from dancing around. Maybe just put them around some key resource nodes back at home. Scout and archers push way forward. Sipahi now be on the build queue, as was an archer. Archers, longbowmen do offer 1+1 damage and +2 range. Make it very, very hard to deal with. Sipahi, of course, going to be a good counter to the longbowmen. They do have to be careful about spearmen. And depending how many man-at-arms he was on the field, that could also pose a bit of a problem as well. Longbowmen do also move at a slower speed. They move at the same speed as man-at-arms. So they're a good item to single combo with. Spearmen, of course, can move a little bit faster when needed. Looks like the English player is eyeing for additional town sir, deploys it straight on the forest puppers. Longbowmen, looks like they will be picked off here. These longbowmen could actually get engagement here. So this is going to be a great distraction for Yellow. Splitting up his longbowman there. He may pick off a villager or two. One of those villagers is severely wounded and does pick off that wounded villager there. This longbowman sees a bit of damage there. There's only 4 archers here, so the 6 longbowmen will be superior to that. Our Sipahi is almost deployed on Alpha Military School. Sounds like they're still going on up. We've got a barracks being put on the field as well. I wonder if it's going to go for spearmen or for men-at-arms. In this point, men-at-arms would be a good generalist counter to the Ottomans' composition. In my opinion, feudal age men-at-arms are the hardest units you can deal with. Another military school now deployed down the field. He may want to get a blacksmith right here. Or just probably just right there. He can always delete this mine later when he runs out of gold. There's the blacksmith. Spahi now should be deployed on the field. It does. Spahi do cost 160. Main arms do cost 120. He's going for a handful of spearmen. Does not have the early mana arm or early mana arms upgrade. Upgrade the vanguard mana arms or early mana arms.
Yes, questo hala.
Kılıyorum. Buyruk. Bela, yürüdü. Atımı geri teririm.
Oh, good. Here's some palings. He does pull a handful of palings there to help protect out his villagers there. The scout does not find the palings. And it looks like a yellow scout may be pursued by the Spahi. Currently right now just getting the armor benefits there. I'm curious. What Azir have we seen deployed on the field? There's one for the Meter.
Min gücü hazır. Tiz giderim.
So far no music's playing, but you hear the forest. Maybe I should go out and touch grass. Should go out hiking a bit more. I like forests. Got a sizable force of archers push way forward. One Sipahi in this region. You only have a handful of spearmen here. That's probably plenty for now. Maybe a good idea just to spread them out along the resource nodes to make sure they don't get surprise attacked by the Sipahi. We have currently 15 villagers here. There's only enough room here for 10 villagers. Aliens are going on up. Let's get them nice and early. The Spy will not be able to advance. Longbone will get some good damage there. Does get some damage from the Metro. He does have the Pierce Armor activated, so that all of his units get +1 Pierce Armor, negating the extra damage from the Longbowman. It's not the extra range. And thanks to that additional Pierce Armor there, his archers were able to push on forward. Some Longbowmen started going down. The Longbowmen not out in large numbers. Going for the early mana arms research. So far, only one of Yellow's villagers has gone down, 2 for Magenta. One villager does go down there, and some Longbowmen sort of get hit as well. Villagers going to town center, which will give it quite a bit of firepower against these forces.
Okçular hazır. Okçular Mansa.
Strela Fuze.
Yaru.
Küdezgil kılın. Eşitirim.
Blacksmith now being deployed out on the field. We do also have this stable over here. Multiple stables going on out. And now there's the mid-Imperial Armory to get out some additional siege units. And arms now being deployed on Alfia. Doesn't have any Pierce Armor on them just yet. He may want to eye for a bit of Pierce Armor. Currently the English player is still pretty far from aging on up. Man arms make their advance. Does get some good damage there. Takes out a couple of these archers. Very good. Does get a bit of damage on retaliation, but minimal damage, honestly. He could actually blow out some campfires over here. Increase sight range of nearby units by 30%, but I'm pretty sure it does provide just additional sight radius around it. I could be mistaken about that, though. It's a ability you never see deployed on the field. Does the campaign Longbowman still get the healing over time campfire ability? I wonder. Healing over time campfire ability for campaigns is not bad, because you just place them on the walls and get some good health regen out of combat. Of course, in multiplayer, people don't really take time to heal their units up. XH has been researched there, so now the Ottomans do have a nice little age advantage. The English player is fortunate enough resource to go to the next age. He may be eyeing for the King's Palace. The White Tower couldn't be half bad. This map, I should mention as well, this map is designed to be very symmetrical, and most of the gold is in the center map. The English player may want to advance forward, pull the White Tower over here to get out a keep like that. Because if you look here, there's one gold deposit, and that's all you have. So you get the middle ones. Then over here, you got this one, and then go to these ones. It's also one reason why I don't think Malians do all too well. I wouldn't imagine Malians would do all too well there, since there's such a lack of mining camps here. They are probably forced to go to the Forlari Corral and not for the Fondia Garrison with the lack of gold in the map. So if they highly go aggressive to the center of the map for gold, they can probably get out some good value from the Fondia Garrison. Supply do go down there. No matters doesn't help there. It's going for Pierce Armor. King's Palace being point of view, so I'm for additional villager queue. They do have some Lancers on point of view. They do have good amount of Pierce Armor. So the Metro has gone down, so right now they have 5. The Longbow have 7 damage, so 2 damage per arrow. Man arms engaging Lancers. Lancers still counter Man-at-Arms, but Man-at-Arms can hold their ground. Palisade walls going on up. He's trying to stop the Palisade walls being pulled up there as well. Got some spear and punch forward, getting a couple critical pokes onto those Lancers. Oh, that Lancer does get a spear brace on the other one as well. Very good. No additional research coming out by the English player just yet. He needs the veteran. If I could get out some crossbows, he does get some crossbows on the queue, probably from the council hall. That villager does go up some walls there, but they can be forced down like that. Takes out crossbow there. The Ottoman player trying to pull out his own crossbows. He's thinking this one's going for masked man arms, just not uncommon for the English.
Beli Bey, azıcık cesurane ilerleyin bekler. Size serverlik edeceğim. Eslihanız hazır edip hareket eyleyin.
Right now, Pete's also denying this gold stone here, so English player won't be able to collect up any deploy on a keep at the moment. So there's a bit of stone here. The English player is gathering it up. Not at a really good rate, but just a minor rate. Could be maybe enough for a keep. Now I got the Magnet push way forward, trying to throw some rocks into these forces there. This will cause some severe issues. English players going to pull out some spring bolts. Knows it's playing against Ottomans. Gets a good hit there. Ottomans usually go for mid-hit pure armor, so it's going to have to deal with 3 mangonels. Mangonel do get a bit of a splash damage on these villagers. Trying to repair up that palisade wall. They don't stop from being burnt down, but just get a bit of extra health onto it. Now they're going to be repairing up the wall now. Right now the English player does have a superior number of villagers. Let's see what Vizier his opponent's gone for. He has got an additional military school production. And now there is an opening there. English player didn't realize he has an opening there, so he's going to start receiving some damage.
Cengaveranı asil hazırdır. Hizmet eylemek bize.
Emrim ile behem ileri.
Düşman intizar eyler. Eslahınız tetkik eyleyin.
Hope I heard a relic being picked on up. Looks like pink. Magenta has picked up 3 relics and gaining a 4th one away. Will allow him to get some extra good amount of resources there. Spearmen having trouble staying alive. There's a large number of Ottoman archers in this region. Let's have a spring gold here, which can draw some fire and throw some rounds on in. Not exactly a great unit for this purpose, but it does get some good damage across all targets. English Strider can go for mass farms later on. Enclosures does give some good gold generation. Now, Genta is trying to eye for a keep here. Does Yellow see this? I think Yellow may not be able to see this. No, Yellow does not see this. He could potentially see the outline, but maybe not. So Magenta does not see a keep being plotted behind these trees. So Magenta got very lucky with this, though Yellow may have trouble actually stopping it from being built in the first place. Trying to engage there. Now the keep start firing away. Does get some spirit grace there. Spring Gulls should just start throwing some rounds at anything. Longbowman getting some damage there. When the meteors have gone down, he does have Pierce Armor activated. Does get something garrisoned inside that tower there. Oh, a good number of those villagers may have gone down. Yellow has 50% more villagers. They're in the lumber camp. Sabali not pushing way forward. With the Ottomans having 33% less villagers than the English player, he's going to be down a lot of economy. But the military schools do provide quite a bit of benefits there, and just keep providing massive amounts of pressure. Although Spy still remains here, he could actually use the villager arrows in order to take these guys on. All these villagers are not being shot at because it's not in vision range. These villagers may want to stay out of this region. That's a little bit too much close to a keep, I would say. Spearmen do take them out. Maybe one of the villagers have gone down there. Yellow, how much gold does he know? Yellow has no gold collection. And that's the problem with this map. Yellow's will need to eye for this gold deposit here. He may can't get out keep either. Alpha Storm going down there. Does get a trebuchet out to deal with this keep. Very, very good. Spotty gets some good hits there. Take out a couple of those 3 villagers. Gringos charging way forward, trying to deal with the Mangonel. Keep now is seeing some fire here. Does get some hockey as well. Yellow does well have Puzzle Gate there. All success captured by Magenta. And does have. Oh, looks like Yellow didn't manage to snipe a relic. I think that was the one that was down here. But he's now have to hide to aggressively claim up this gold. He could go for the Berkshire Castle, but honestly, at this point in time, the Vanguard Palace, in my opinion, will probably be a bit better. He needs the cheaper banner armies for the trebuchets. The chance of him fighting against a large number of siege works inside the map is very likely, though he has not been aggressively obtaining that central gold. Though he has been obtaining some of this stone on his opponent's side of the map. Does manage to snipe a Mangonel there. Forces do go down there. Villagers have claimed about 500 gold there. Mangonel do his final volley there onto the tower. Yellow could try the Spring Golds to snipe the Mangonel. If he snipes Mangonel, then the Spring Golds provides no real benefit. So those Mangonels only provide benefit to protect this Mangonel. If it's already dead, then they can provide no real benefit. Yellow could potentially. Yellow does have 2 trebuchets here to hit that keep. He does go ahead and claim up more of the stone here. As was going for more forward siege works.
hasara hazır. Evamire hazır.
Getting some good damage there onto the keep now.
Bekler evamirine emredin. Asakir, cenge.
Morse there on the keep. Seeing more shots there. Got a good amount of villagers collecting gold. He could use a second mining camp there. Probably charging way forward. Does some bit damage there. Some of the villagers do go down. Mangonels do find a good hit there on those spearmen. Trying to focus down these Mangonels. Mangonels do go down. Spring Golds has some quite a bit of damage there from various Ottoman forces there. So almost all the Spring Golds have gone down. Get some good hits there. Yellow's village is backing on off. So Yellow has lost a number of village there. Keeps some fire from the trebuchets. Another Yellow Mangonel advance forward, but does receive hits there. Doesn't take time to pick off this Mangonel. And Yellow's Mangonel or Spring Gold does go down there. More horsemen being put out by the English players. Probably a good idea. He's fighting as a big range crossbow archer force. So mass horsemen would probably be a good idea, especially for also the Mangonels themselves. I was trying to get some more Spring Golds. This gold has not been touched. As Yellow able to stabilize his engagement, he will be able to push forward and claim some gold. Right now, the denial of this gold has been critical. Of course, we're now charging forward, trying to deal with the siege weapons, among everything. Right now, the horsemen are just a great item in this situation. Got very large number of Spring Golds here, trying to counter the spawn Spring Golds, but he doesn't have to worry about that. Villagers, archers being brought on as well. He's going to lose some of them. He does have a spear number to deal. Most of the horsemen have gone down, just so one Mangonel remains. He also can use the horsemen still even against the archer force. Those trebuchets need to make sure they stay over here. They're having trouble hitting the keep because you need vision of it to hit it from range. It's ever miss whether or not you can hit something out of vision range or not. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. They should really make that more consistent. Personally, I think it should. If a structure and you have last known location of it, you should be able to just right click on it and hit it. Oh, there goes good number 4 of longbows. He probably doesn't have access to blast radius damage shots on his trebuchets. Spring Golds picking out the trebuchets now. Can't be losing trebuchets. Yellow does got one Spring Golds here. Does lose both trebuchets. Massive loss there, and now got the banners on the way forward. I always forget that blast radius technology. It's Imperial Age. Yeah, it's Imperial Age. Now starting to engage the battery rams now. Those horsemen, he needs a lot more horsemen. There's a lot of siege brought up by the Ottomans. In fact, mass horsemen is probably a good composition for the English right now as well. That the battery rams hit all these siege weapons, all the range units, and now they'll keep being put on off trying to camp the gold. And he can't be focusing on anything that costs gold in the English right now because it simply doesn't have the money for it. He has only one relic right now. He does stop the 6 being captured up, and somehow the spearman got walled in. How did that happen? Taking out these battery rams there. And Fire's starting to lose some of his housing there. Well, he does need to get that housing replaced. Is that to be a pop cap? E-Mom's doing some good healing there. Looks like they have an AoE healing effect as well. Yep, Pink's now trying to steal this gold from his opponent. Or magenta, not pink. Got a good number of farms here. Needs to get this patched on up. It's actually running a little bit low on wood. Useful wood as well. Does get some hits there. Horseman starting to get hit significantly. He's trying to overrun these siege weapons. Spearmen now pushing away forward as well. They able to overrun this spot heat, but they're very, very vulnerable to mangonels. And there's just too much archer force here. And that is also being improved attack speed of mangonels by 50% as well. And yeah, I don't think the English can get back in this game. He's just losing. He can't get his horsemen to connect on the siege weapons. The Ottoman player lost very little, and the English lost almost all entire his army. Trebuchet's now trying to deal with some various powers there. Lancers sort of go down. We've also got now some Janissaries mixed on it as well that may be Janissaries here. But they're out in small numbers, so probably not.
Yeniçeriler, menzile revan oluruz. Memnun Haliç'e. İcra ederim. Yeniçeriler, hareket eyleriz. Beni takip eyleyin beyler. Yeniçeriler, hareket eyleriz.
Kaf ve eşya harraca hazırdır.
Yeah, that's a lot of mangonels. That many mangonels that even pose a threat to horsemen. This goal was almost completely obtained as well, and once it's obtained, you can always just advance back down south and claim those full cost in the sphere of influence. Stone walls here. There's a good number of horsemen here. There's a good number of lancers here. Does have spearmen. Does get not really great volley there. Pushing forward, Yellow's Sprinkle does go down. Yellow's horsemen are just engaging across the front line. Spearmen connected to lancers. And yeah, Yellow's force just got disintegrated. The mangonels providing too much fire support, and the Springles in front took a lot of fire for the mangonels. And that is the end of the replay. This is Angrid saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.